Welcome to the JavaScript Performance Guide. In this guide, we will explore techniques to optimize your JavaScript code, focusing on memory management and rendering performance. We will cover how to make your applications faster and more efficient. Let's start with code optimization. One common mistake is using inefficient loops. It's important to use the right loop methods and avoid unnecessary iterations. Key points include using built-in array methods, breaking loops when possible, and caching the array length. For example, instead of recalculating the array length in each iteration of the loop, it's better to store it in a variable before the loop. This small change can significantly improve performance, especially in large arrays. Now let's look at memory management, specifically with event listeners. A common issue is creating memory leaks by not properly removing event listeners. When an event listener is attached to an element that's later removed from the DOM, the listener still exists in the memory, and it will continue to run the callback function, causing a memory leak. To avoid this, make sure to remove the event listener when it is no longer needed, particularly when elements are being removed or replaced. Next, we will explore data structure optimization. When working with unique values, using a set is more efficient than using an array. The set data structure offers near constant time lookup for checking if an element exists compared to the linear lookup time of the array using includes. Similarly, for dynamic keys, especially with objects or any kind of data, map provides better performance and memory usage than plain JavaScript objects. Map allows any data type to be a key and also maintains insertion order, which can be very useful when using a particular order of keys. Let's focus on rendering performance optimization. A common issue is when multiple changes to an element styles cause what's called layout thrashing. This happens when multiple style changes trigger the browser to recalculate the layout multiple times unnecessarily. It is better to batch all style changes together and read layout properties inside request animation frame, callbacks to avoid excessive reflows and repaints. This helps optimize rendering and improves performance. Let's consider DOM operations optimization. When updating the DOM, multiple individual updates can cause performance bottlenecks by triggering multiple reflows. To prevent this, we can batch our DOM updates using a document fragment, which allows us to perform all DOM manipulations in memory and then append the entire fragment to the DOM at once. This dramatically reduces the number of reflows and repaints. Now let's discuss async operations optimization. A common mistake is when making multiple API calls one after the other, resulting in sequential execution where the next API call only happens after the previous one is completed. This results in unnecessary delays. Instead, we can make these API calls simultaneously using Promise.all. This allows us to make several requests at the same time and receive responses faster. Additionally, when loading resources, it is better to use the defer or async attribute, while including a JavaScript file in HTML, and use dynamic imports where applicable. This improves the initial page load and prevents the page from waiting for these resources. Let's dive into memory management and garbage collection optimization. Memory leaks can occur when closures retain variables that are no longer needed, causing memory usage to increase indefinitely. To avoid memory leaks, be mindful of closures and clear references to large objects when they are no longer needed. This allows the garbage collector to free up that memory, which improves performance and reduces the overall memory usage of the application. Let's explore caching and memoization techniques. When dealing with expensive function calls, memoization can be very effective. Memoization involves storing the results of function calls with specific inputs, so that the next time the function is called with the same input, the stored result can be returned instead of recomputing it. This can result in massive performance gains for CPU-heavy operations. Furthermore, caching recently used data can improve performance as well. For frequently accessed data, implement a cache like LRU cache to optimize retrieval times. Finally, Let's recap the best practices for JavaScript performance. For code optimization, always prefer using modern data structures like set and map and batch DOM operations. For memory management, ensure you clean up resources and implement caching wherever necessary. By applying these practices, you can significantly enhance your application's performance and also build high-performing web applications. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.